Hey folks, how's it going? This is Movie Sunday. Hopefully you guys are having a fantastic day. We are checking out This is Spinal Tap. I do know a couple of things about this movie from the messages you guys have sent me. One is this is a music mockumentary. Another thing was the songs were actually written by the actors who play the fictional band members. And this was nothing new. I get this message a lot that American comedy was good pre-90s. Anything post-90s is trash. But I grew up with 90s movies and early 2000s comedy movies and everything, and I enjoyed them. I guess I grew up here, so it's different, you know? But that's not the first time I received that message. And somebody also said if I love Spinal Tap, I'm gonna love What We Do in the Shadows if that wins. Because that shows up on the show poll, and it's a movie, and you guys, I need to watch the movie first before I watch the show. Because the show is based off the movie. The person who sent the message, I've already responded to you, but you haven't responded back. How are they even similar? Spinal Tap and What We Do in the Shadows, besides being mockumentaries? Because I know What We Do in the Shadows is like a vampire thing, and Spinal Tap is a music like mockumentary. So I'm wondering how they similar. Are they written by the same person or something? I didn't want to look it up myself because I didn't want to get a bunch of spoilers. So if you guys know, without spoiling anything, let me know in the comments below what makes them similar, because there has to be a reason why you came to that conclusion, but you just haven't responded yet. And I hope What We Do in the Shadows does win soon on the movie and the show, because I mean the show has Matt Berry in it, and the movie is, you know, a mockumentary about vampires, and that just sounds funny already. Just the whole premise of it just sounds funny. And I'm hoping to get more Matt Berry, man. I really enjoyed him, IT Crowd. And I've watched clips of him narrating stuff on YouTube, and I've watched clips from other shows. And he's funny, dude. The dude is just universally funny, and I definitely want to see him in some more stuff. It'd be cool to get another show with him in it. Whether it's Toast of London, or What We Do in the Shadows, or Dark Places, I would like to see some more Matt Berry for sure. I don't think he's in the movie, though, but either way, you know, vampire mockumentary just sounds funny. So yeah, man, let's just go ahead and jump into this, folks, and we'll talk about it more at the end.
Village, New York City, to a rock club called the Electric Banana. Don't look for it, it's not there anymore. But that night, I heard a band that, for me, redefined the word rock and roll. I remember being knocked out by their exuberance, their raw power, and their punctuality.
Is this head a joke?
That band was Britain's now legendary Spinal Tap. But hey, enough of my yakking. What do you say? Let's boogie.
The music just unites.
The dude, look at that kid just checking her out.
The players.
Hey, what are you talking about, Letty? But you have a nice butt.
Let's talk a little bit about the history of the group. I understand, Nigel, you and David originally started the band back in, when was it, 1964?
So we became the Originals, right. And we had to change our name, actually.
Well, there's another group in the East End called the Originals, and we had to rename ourselves.
The New Originals.
New Originals.
Yeah.
They became
the Regulars. They changed their name back to the Regulars, and we thought, well, we could go back to the Originals, but what's the point?
We became the Tensmen at that point.
First drummer was
the Beeper.
John Stumpy Pepys.
Oh, yeah.
Great, tall, blonde geek with glasses.
Yeah. Good drummer.
Great look, good drummer.
Good
yeah,
drummer.
Fine.
What happened to him?
He died. He died in a bizarre gardening accident.
You know, the authorities said, you know, best leave it, you know,
It's not so
unsolved,
bad,
really. You know.
And he was replaced by
That's terrible.
Stumpy Joe. Eric Stumpy Joe Childs.
and what happened to Stumpy Joe?
Well,
He's passed on.
he died, he choked on, the official explanation was he choked on vomit.
It was actually,
passed away.
It was actually someone else's vomit.
Oh my God.
You know, there's no real...
They
Gross.
can't prove whose vomit it was. They don't have
No,
facilities
there's
in
no
Scotland
print, there's no way
Yard
of-
to
You
print
can't
spectrum and
really
photographing.
dust for vomit.
There we go. So how they call it.
So not to be a drummer in that band is bad luck.
Are you reading Yes, I Can?
Yeah. Have you read it?
Yeah, by Sammy Davis Jr.?
Yeah.
You know what the title of that book should be? Yes, I Can, if Frank Sinatra says it's okay. Because Frank calls the shots for all those guys. He's Frank. Frank's walking down Broadway by himself. Fucking limeys.
Cold-blooded.
Well, you know, they're not used to that world. Frank Sinatra, it's a different world that they're in. You don't feel that these guys have an effect on an audience? I mean, the kids go to their concert, they have a great time.
But it's a passing thing. It's, I mean, I would never tell them this, but this is a fad.
Damn. Oh no. I like to sink her with my pink torpedo. gross.
Let's talk about your reviews a little bit regarding Intravenous de Milo. This tasteless cover is a good indication of the lack of musical invention within. They are treading water in a sea of retarded sexuality and bad poetry.
That's nitpicking, isn't it?
The Gospel
Damn.
according to Spinal Tap. What day did the Lord create Spinal Tap, and couldn't he have rested on that day too?
Never heard that one. Good one. That's a good
Dang.
one.
The review you had on Shark Sandwich, which was merely a 2-word review, just said, shit sandwich.
Can't they print that?
Where'd they
print that?
That's not real, is it?
You can't print that.
Let's get crapped all on.
Touring and not touring and all that. It's obvious we belong on tour, you know.
A leash.
And a leash.
And a man's arm extended out up to here, holding on to the leash and pushing a black glove in her face to sniff it. You don't find that offensive?
No,
you don't
don't.
find that sexist?
This is 1982.
That's
Bobby,
right,
come
it's
on.
1982. Get out of the 60s. We don't have this mentality anymore.
Well, you should have
Listen
seen
to
the
me.
cover they wanted to do.
I don't care
wasn't
what
a
they
glove,
want.
believe me.
See, now this is something you're going to have to talk to your boys about.
We're certainly not laying
And I
down
don't think
any
that a
conditions.
sexy cover is the answer for why an album sells or doesn't sell. Because you tell me, the White Album, what was that? There was nothing on that goddamn cover.
She should be
What's
forced
wrong
to
with his
sell
lip?
the glove. Then you'd have a point, you know. But it's all a joke,
Oh, him
isn't it?
too.
I mean, we're making
Well,
fun.
it is and it
We're
isn't.
making
She should
fun
be
of that
made
sort
to
of
smell
thing,
it,
you
but
know.
not.
Is the makeup of your audience seems to be predominantly young boys.
Well, it's
Oh,
a sexual
no.
thing, really. Aside from the identifying that the boys do with us, there's also like a reaction to the female to our music.
They see us on stage with tight trousers. We've got, you know, armadillos in our trousers. I mean, it's really quite frightening, the size.
Yeah.
And they run screaming.
Yeah, sure, man.
A bite, right? You got this.
You'd like bigger bread?
Exactly. I don't understand how
You could
it's like.
fold this, though. I mean, you could
Well,
fold
no,
it.
then it's half the
No,
size.
not the bread.
Yeah, but then it breaks up, breaks
No,
apart
no,
like
you
this.
What is
fold
wrong with
bread
this
like
dude?
see?
But then if you
Then
keep folding it, it keeps breaking, and then
folding it.
everything has to be folded.
God bless him, dude.
Because it hangs
Jesus
out.
Christ.
Look,
Yeah.
would you be holding
No,
this?
I wouldn't want to eat. I wouldn't want to put
No.
it in my mouth.
I hate it, really.
Yeah,
It does
well, it won't
disturb
happen
me.
again.
But I
It's
rise
disgusting.
above it. I'm a professional,
You're
right?
Yeah, he's losing over snacks. They did asses beat.
This is a top to what we use on stage, but it's very, very special because if you can see,
Yeah.
the numbers all go to 11. Look, right across the board. 11,
Oh, I see.
11,
And most of
11,
the
and then
amps go up to 10.
Exactly.
Does that mean it's louder? Is it any louder?
Well, it's one louder, isn't it? It's not 10. You see, what we do is if we need that extra push over the cliff, you know what we do?
Put it up to 11.
11, exactly. One louder.
Why don't you just make 10 louder and make 10 be the top number and make that a little louder?
Yeah.
These go to 11.
Oh, no.
Well, my problems are solved, mate.
Who's that?
Janine, she's gonna come meet us.
Come
Yeah,
next
he's not
door,
happy
the
about
radio's
that.
playing a bit of your past.
I used to love Gumby. I just realized he had Gumby in his pocket.
They had a couple of nice-sized hits. They're currently residing in the Where Are They Now file. Johnny Q with you on Golden 106, and right after we drop
you.
Damn.
I'm not really sure this was such a great idea.
Quick upper and a quick downer.
Any better than I did at the hotel.
During the Flower People period, who was your drummer?
Stumpy's replacement, Peter James Bond, he also died in mysterious circumstances.
Jesus Christ, bro.
We were playing a
Festival.
Jazz blues festival. Where was that?
Blues jazz, really.
Blues Jazz Festival.
He exploded on stage.
We just went up.
It just
How
was
though?
like a flash of green light.
His face.
Well, there was.
It's
actually.
true. This
It's
really
true.
did
There was a
happen.
little green globule on his drum seat.
You playing at a high school? It looks like. A high school auditorium.
Mum and carrying about with me. Right?
What? They're filming.
That's the film crew.
Here it is. Here it is, lads.
He looks upset. Like, why is she here, man?
Gather round. Where's David?
He's not opening. Damn. Oh no. That was terrible.
They don't dislike each other at all, and there's great love between the two of them, but there's some sort of communication that's just...
She's like, yeah, sure. I don't like them.
Find is really the saddest of all keys, really. I don't know why, but it makes people weep instantly to play this.
What do you call this?
Well, this piece is called Lick My Love Pump.
That's so silly.
Do you have any metal objects in your pocket?
Jesus.
Yeah. Take them out and put them in the bucket. Do you have any artificial plates or limbs?
Not really, no.
Oh no. Damn. Man, that's embarrassing. Bless him.
You know, it might have been better if the album had been mixed right.
Well,
you know,
because
of
course, that's true. I mean, it was
Well, it just wasn't. It was mixed all wrong, wasn't it?
It was mixed wrong?
Yeah.
Were you there?
Couldn't hear
How do you know
the
she- but
she's heard the
No, but
she's
I've
heard the
album.
record. Hasn't
So
she?
your judgment is it was mixed wrong?
These Janine's been working on these very hard. These are a new
He's already off it. Like, dude, I don't care.
Of the band, fashioned after the Signs of the Zodiac.
We needed a new presentation.
This is a look for Viv. He's a Libra. Oh, let's hear yours. Let's hear your suggestion.
Stonehenge. Stonehenge.
What
Best
about it?
production value we've ever had on stage.
But we haven't got the equipment. We
Not
haven't
yet,
got
we
Stonehenge.
don't. Let's start
We haven't
with-
got. Please,
just a moment. Look,
We know it works.
musically, we all
I don't
know
think
it.
it's a bad idea.
Musically, we all know it, right? No problems. Musically, we go right on stage, and it's quite simple.
This looks absolutely perfect. I mean, it's the right proportions. It'll be this color, right?
Yeah.
Yeah. That's just terrific. I mean, it almost looks like the real thing.
Got it.
Are you telling me that this is it? This is scenery? Have you ever been to Stonehenge?
No,
The
I haven't
triptychs
been
are
to Stonehenge.
the triptychs are 20 feet high.
I was given this napkin. I mean,
Forget this. Fuck the napkin.
Oh fuck, dude. I'm ready to see the set piece come out.
The little children of Stonehenge. Beneath the haunted moon.
God bless him, dude.
That daybreak. Too soon.
Oh, God bless him, dude. What is he gonna do when he sees it? Oh, no. This is great. Bless him.
You could manage a classroom full of kids. I don't know what you're doing managing
don't we
that.
just
Oh,
wait?
shut up! I'm
Look,
gonna.
Look,
God bless him, lady.
This is my position, okay? I am not managing it with you or any
Oh,
other
good.
woman, especially one who dresses
Right.
like an Australian's nightmare. So fuck you and fuck all of
you
you,
too.
because I quit. All right? That's it. Good night.
I don't see this going well.
Can I raise a practical question at this point? Yeah. Are we going to do Stonehenge tomorrow?
No, we're not gonna fucking do Stonehenge.
I would like to get the playing on about 1,900 hours, if that's satisfactory. I make it now, it's about 1,830 hours.
So that's what, 50 hours?
20 hours? That's actually about 30 minutes. About a half hour. Give or take, just a few minutes. I don't want to rush you. The idea is that we can get it on and we get it over with. And I have just one request. Would you play a couple of slow numbers so I can dance?
Working on a sex farm.
Bless him.
Getting out my pitchfork.
This is terrible. Yeah, look at a freaking military broadcast.
Totally ruined the gig. wig there.
Damn, dude.
He walks off and, you know, I mean, he can't be expected to sit home and get monies. We've got to get someone else in there.
Oh my God, dude. There's barely anybody there. It's a nightmare. Boo!
We're lucky. Yeah. I mean, people should be envying us, you know. I envy us. Yeah, I do. Me too.
At least they put a positive spin on it, man. That's something.
Reforming and doing a tour, Japan. Just passing on the information, really.
Time to go in. We haven't got time to discuss this now. Come on.
Goofy, man. No, she doesn't like that. Oh no. Oh no. Damn, dude. That's another drummer.
You know, they preserve the moose, and that's my childhood up there on stage. Is that moose, you know? And
So when you're playing, you feel like a preserved moose on stage.
Yeah, I've been listening to classics. I belong to a
silly as
great
shit.
series.
This is my exact inner structure done in a t-shirt.
Take all your flesh and blood and
Take them off.
You'd see exactly.
This is what you'd
It wouldn't
see.
be green, though.
It is green. You know, see how your blood looks blue?
The blood is actually red.
Oh, well, maybe it's not green. I don't know. It's sleeping sometimes.
Yeah.
God bless him, dude.
You know, we say love your brother. We don't say it really, but
We don't literally say it.
no, we don't say it.
We don't really
at
literally
all.
mean it.
No, we don't
but
believe
we're
it.
not racist.
I believe virtually everything I read, and I think that is
Oh my
what
God.
makes me more of a selective human than someone who doesn't believe anything.
You feel that sums up your.
No, it's
your
the first
life.
thing I could think of.
Oh, I
It
see.
doesn't sum up anything, really. Yeah.
I'm a real fish nut. I really like fish. But I suppose I could work in a shop of some kind, or
A salesman, you
a
think?
salesman, like a chapeau shop or something. What size do you wear, sir? And then you answer me.
7 1/4.
I think we have that. Something like that. I think
Yeah.
I could do, yeah.
You think you'd be
So
happy doing
weird.
that?
No, we're all out. Do you wear black? See, that sort of thing, I think I could probably muster up.
Yeah. Do you think you'd be happy doing that?
Well, I don't know. What are the hours?
No. What are the hours? Oh, that is it, man. That is all she wrote. Dude, that was good. That was really good. It was very entertaining. It was very silly. The lyrics were silly as well. And I didn't mention this at the end of Kevin and Perry or at the end of the David Brent movie, but it's funny how they like make fun of these songs about like how terrible they are. They're silly songs, they're well played. It's not like they're like super terrible songs. I've heard far worse like professional songs that are out there than what I've heard in like the Kevin and Perry movie, the David Brent movie, and this one. They're silly songs, but it's played well. So now finally knows where the whole put it up to 11 thing comes from, because of course it's always floated around out there in like pop culture. Similar to like Monty Python quotes, how it kind of pops up here and there and you don't know where it's from. Well, at least I didn't know where it was from until I watched the movie, you know, and I was like, oh, okay, that's where that's from. They've used that in so much stuff and I never knew where it was from, you know? Same with the whole put it up to 11. I didn't know where it was from and now I know. And I really enjoyed that exchange between like Marty and Nigel. I thought it was very, very funny. Like when Marty was like, why don't you just make 10 louder and make 10 the top number and make that a little louder? I think I got that right. And then Nigel was like, if these go to 11, that was fantastic. I was saying Nigel's my favorite character in this movie, man. I thought he was really, really funny. Because all of them took the music seriously. And I think most musicians do that. They take the music super serious, even if the lyrics are just junk or silly. But Nigel made it even funnier. Like the scene where he'll sit down with Marty, and he was like playing the piano, like making this beautiful music or whatever. It says like a mix between, I think he said Bach and Beethoven is what he said. Did he say that? No, he says mix between Mozart and Bach. I think he did, because he called it Mach. He's talking about the serious music he's writing. And he loves playing it in D because it's like, it makes everybody cry and all this stuff. Then it has this silly ass name, you know? I don't know, Nigel's really funny. I thought he's a really good character. There's a lot of funny lines in this movie. I think his name was David, the lead singer, and he was talking about how he's like, I can't believe you put like Nigel in the same category as other band members that kind of like came and went, you know, like you guys have been in the band together for a long time, you've been friends. He's like, maybe it'd impact me a bit more if like I wasn't sedated. That was really funny, man. I thought that was a really good line. Show how much drugs these dudes do, man. Them losing drummers was really funny too, man. I thought that was a fantastic little thing they had going on with that band, and it all goes like unsolved. Nobody knows like how it happened or who did it or whatever. They made a comment about majority of the audience being like young boys. I was hoping they'd do some camera shots of that, but they didn't. A bunch of young screaming boys in the audience has been hilarious. Every time they showed the audience, it seemed like a fair mixture of women and men, you know? It'd been funny if they actually showed a bunch of little boys out there like dancing and singing. That would have been hilarious. And I just saying the reason is because they scare off the ladies with the armadillos in their pants. Like, yeah, sure, but... When he went through the metal detector and that dude had a cucumber in his pants wrapped in aluminum foil. Oh my god, dude. When she was doing the thing, I was like, they're gonna make a joke about his junk, but I thought he was gonna have like rolled up quarters or something. This dude went full cucumber. Like, why would you? Why would you create such an unrealistic expectation? Like, what do you think the girl's gonna do when you get in the sack? You have this giant cucumber in your pants, and then you, I don't know, pull out a Tootsie Roll or something. Jesus Christ, dude. I think it was the first song they played and the last song they played in this movie. I want to look up the lyrics for that because he says some weird stuff. In the opening, he just says something about there wouldn't be like a dry seat in the house or all the seats are wet or something like that. When they're singing the song again and other lyrics, oh, some weird lyrics. Something about you only being a few feet and you still have your baby teeth. I was like, what is this dude singing about? What is going on here, dude? I'm going to look up some of the lyrics to their songs, man. I feel like you could definitely see this was a real band. I wonder if people were confused by this and thought this was real when they watched it back in the day. Kind of like when I was told about The Office, how people thought it was a real documentary. People didn't realize it was a mockumentary the entire time. I wonder if this had the same impact as that, where people thought this was a real like band and a real documentary. I'm just curious. Probably not, because it was in theaters and probably people just probably went and watched like, oh, we knew it was a mockumentary as soon as we saw it and everything. Dude, I couldn't imagine being in a band, especially if you're in a category of music that people call just a phase or just a trend that's gonna go away, you know, like disco and things like that, and slowly seeing a genre you fell in love with fading away, or the band popularity is starting to diminish. I couldn't imagine, dude. That sounds like a nightmare. Yeah, man, I really enjoyed this movie, man. I enjoyed this a lot. You know what I forgot about? The Stonehenge. That was amazing. The Stonehenge scene was fantastic. Jesus Christ. I was waiting for Nigel to react when he saw it. God bless him. That was amazing. That scene was great, dude. I forgot about the Stonehenge scene until right now. That was amazing. Dude, this movie's great. This is just really, really good movie, dude. Hopefully I didn't forget anything. If I did forget something, I'm definitely going to comment it below. I appreciate you guys recommending this. Hopefully you guys are happy, safe, and healthy. I'll see you next one. Later.